there, viewers. Today we got this 2013 Honda Accord V6 and the engine size is 3.5. Alright, so we got this engine here, V6, and customer and went and got his spark plugs. Today we're going to change spark plugs on this bad boy. These are original Honda spark plugs. And we're gonna replace these spark plugs on this little guy. And these are like almost like $18 a piece. So you do need 6 plugs. They're pre-gapped. We're gonna do the whole job together. I'm sure you guys can do it. Don't tell me you cannot do it. Follow my instructions. You're gonna see the tools. You're gonna see the torque specs. And it's like only me, I could do this in 20 minutes, but for you, it should be like 40 minutes. But we got the spark plugs right there, NGK, so they're original, and we're gonna replace these guys today. All right, so let's get this job started, and it's gonna be a very simple job. If you have a V6 engine, it could be Honda Odyssey, Pilot. Procedure is same. Tools might be different. I know some of them use Allen keys, they're older models, but 2013 to 17 is same procedure. Even below that 6-cylinder are the same procedure. Anyways, let this. We're gonna lift this cover up, and you're simply gonna just pull it. It has grommets. 1, 2, 3, 4. It comes right off. So the cover goes out of the way. And down here we have ignition coils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 in the back, 3 in the front. So whatever you see me do here is gonna be the same thing in the back. Back one's gonna be a little bit difficult. So let me bring the camera closer. We're gonna disconnect the connectors first. These connectors, sometimes they won't come out so easy. And I'm gonna show you a small little trick. When I got this pick, so lift this up, and at the same time you're gonna do this. Just lift this up with one hand. I'm gonna hold it with my camera hand, and you yank up on the connector. Do the same thing for all 3, front and back. And the back one's a little bit tight for the camera to see, but check this out. There you go. And this is the last one on the front here. I will be giving you torque specs. So what you're gonna need is a number 10mm socket with a ratchet or a drill, maybe a small extension, but I'm gonna use a drill, but you could use a ratchet, okay? Let's take this bolt off. This bolt off. Once they're loose, you should be able to take it off by hand. I just don't want to drop it because I'm using one hand for the camera. But other than that, you can simply just drill it all the way if you put your hand underneath and drill it out all the way. So that guy is out of there. So what you're gonna do next is you're gonna pull on this ignition coil, keep it in order. There should be no oil. If you see oil around this coil, then you have a bad valve cover gasket. Looks good. You can keep them in order. You can mix them. I don't care. All right, I like to keep them in order, especially if you have a misfire. Then you need to figure out, let's say that you had a misfire here, then you would keep the ignition coil to the side. You could do a swap test. Just try to mark it, all right? So the next step, we're gonna take out the spark plug. 5x8 and long extension with the ratchet. All I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna turn this guy slowly. All right, once it's loose, let's move on to the next one. And the third one here. See this little bad design Honda has? It's all deteriorating. Alright, once you have them all loose, you should be able to loosen them completely, okay? Completely. Why is my light facing somewhere crazy? Alright, so hand turn it. I am going to give you a torque spec, so don't worry about that. When we get to that point, you will get your torque spec. All right, so we have that out, and I want to show you how to pull out these spark plugs because they just won't come out. So I'm gonna go get something that's gonna magnetize. Some of these sockets, they have like a little a cushion piece inside that will grab it, but mine is worn out. Other than that, even with that, sometimes you can't get it out, but you can do this. This is magnet. Make sure you have no dirt debris in the front. Pull out your spark plug, okay? We're gonna leave that to the side. Another trick, you can use your ignition coil. See that? Alright, so there your spark plugs. They look in terrible condition. Let's pull out this last one over here. Alright. Bada bing, bada boom. So let's look at our new spark plug here. And I'm gonna open one up. That's 2. And we got 3 plugs over here. But let's open one up and see what it looks like. Pull them open. It does have this little plastic protector here, and you always want to match it to the length. If it's too short, too long, you don't want to put that plug in. You could damage the engine. And also look at the tip. This is a pre-gap, so make sure your gapping is good. You can always use a flathead screwdriver and see the opening right there. But anyway, if you drop this and the tip closes, you're gonna have a misfire. So slowly take your plug, simply put it in with your hand. Let's get another one. Here's another one, all the way in. And then we got this last one, all the way in. All right, once you have them all in, you're gonna take your socket and extension, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna hand tighten it as much as we can before we get our torque wrench. Alright, this is all the way in. Now I'm gonna go get my torque specs for my computer and also a torque wrench. A spark plug socket with a shorter extension. This shorter will work better. And I got my torque wrench to 16 foot-pound. So we're gonna tighten these spark plugs to 16 foot-pound. So it should be very simple to do so. There you go. Plug is tightened to 16 foot-pound. We're gonna do the same thing for this one, and the process repeats for the back spark plugs. There you go. And the reason why I use this shorter socket extension, is because you don't want to lose torque. There you go. Perfect. Double check. Perfect. After this, what you're gonna do is take your ignition coils, stick them back in, put your connector in, stick it back in. Here's the last ignition coil, and I take our 3 bolts. You can tighten these by hand. There you go. Perfect. Alright, so we have that. Now we're going to move on to the back. Alright, we're done here. Now we're going to go to the back. We're not going to remove this strut bar here, but over here we can see everything over here. So to take out these connectors, it's very simple. Same procedure I showed you. So I'm going to hook up my camera somewhere here, and you should be able to see most of the job that I will be doing right here. So in the back, we took off the bolts. My camera missed all the clips, but here's our ratchet that I used. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull this out. What's up, guys? All right, so the connectors came out same way can't believe I missed all the clips here. I did put these coils back just to show you. Not happy. But anyways, there's the 3 coils. And next step is we're gonna take off the spark plugs. Okay, to take out the spark plugs, we're gonna use this small extension with the ratchet, counterclockwise. Alright, someone keeps walking up on me, but got this loose, and I think it's not loose all the way yet, so my hands are not gonna do the job. So let me just do a few more turns. Let's move on to the next cylinder. Alright, so this is cylinder number 1 right here, I believe so. Yep. Okay, now this is loose. We can take off our ratchet and we're gonna pull out the plug, but we need to turn it all the way. So loosen it all the way. We're gonna do that to all 3 plugs, just like we did in the front. That one should be loose. Let's go onto this cylinder. It's gonna be a little bit tough. Alright, so this is done, and I know this last one over here, this is really tough. I might have to put my ratchet back on. Yep. Okay, so this one is not loose yet, so I'm gonna give it a few more turns. My socket is extension is a little bit short. That's all good. Come on, baby. I don't know why this plug is just rough. Okay, it's coming along now. Give it a try by hand. Still a little bit rough, but I can manage it. What's going on, Mr. Plug? All right, it's perfectly loose. All right, let's take out our magnet, pull out the spark plug. There's the first plug. There's the second plug. And here comes the third spark plug. Bam. It's time to put new plugs in. Make sure you take the length and the tip. Make sure you check everything. You don't want no misfire. Same thing here. And same thing with this third plug. So we got 3 plugs in there. Now the reverse procedure, guys. Reverse procedure. So I did miss how to take off these number 10s on these coils. So when I reverse the procedure, you're gonna see how I tighten this up the same way. Anyways, get all this all the way in. Next one all the way in. And we're gonna get this one all the way in as much as you can, okay? Try not to cross thread, try not to strip anything. So what I'm gonna do is, you're not gonna see me torque these. You're gonna follow the same procedure for the front ones. And you can get it, because I need all the space over here for the big ratchet. So I got that guy in. So I'm gonna torque these and we'll be right back. All right, we're all done. This is all tightened, torqued. So what we're gonna do is, ignition coils are the same, so it doesn't matter which one you put where. You take all 4, stick them back in, and at the same time you can also put the connector in. Make sure it clicks. If you leave it loose, you're gonna have a misfire. Smaller the click, so it's in. And here's the last one. All right, perfect. 1 bolt. Move it around, find the location. Now you're gonna see me tighten it. To untighten it, you do the same thing. To loosen it up, same process. That's the part that I missed on my camera. I thought I was recording, but it actually took a picture because I connected my phone and I wasn't aware of the settings because the camera's all the way in there, back there. I'm not able to see the screen because the mount is holding it. There you go. Connected, connected, connected. So let's take our number 10 here. And I'm gonna tighten it now, so you would do the same way, but reverse to take it off. Hand tight. Hand tight. And hand tight. So guys, I use the socket for a spark plug, extensions, a ratchet, 1/4 inch deep 10 socket, and a pick or a flathead screwdriver. That's all you need. That's all the tools you need. Number 10. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to put your cover. Let me pull out the camera. All right, there's our camera. Don't forget to put the cover up on the top. So I am gonna go get the cover. So this is pretty much done. And all you do here is you take your cover, stick it on, make sure it sits on the grommets, and once it sits, bada bing, bada boom. And there's my camera. Bye bye.